Water quality is important to both agriculture and the environment. They work hand in hand. It's in our best interest to protect the water source, to not only make it better for the next user down the river, but to ensure that the whole system works efficiently. In the end, everybody wins. My name's Chris Tomke, and I'm the owner of Tomke Farms. We raise about 3,000 acres of cropland. It's a 100% furrow irrigated farm, and we draw our water off the Arkansas River. And in today's day and age, there's not much profitability in farming, so you have to use your best management practices to stay in business. We've converted a lot of the earth ditches and cement ditches into underground delivery systems coupled with gated pipe. We've precision leveled every acre that we farm, so the water flows consistently throughout the whole field and gets a more uniform pattern and reduces runoff, and in the end affects water quality significantly. Good quality water raises good quality crops. The Natural Resource Conservation Service has been extremely helpful to the farmers in this valley through the EQIP program. There's cost share programs that help us to do these projects that we would not be able to afford on our own.
Proactive versus reactive is always better. My name's Jared Gardner. Our operation is Gardner Farms of Rocky Ford, Colorado in the Arkansas Valley. When my brother and I came back to the operation from college, we had to design a way to feed 3 families versus 1 off of the same operation. So we had to figure out how to be much more efficient. We started putting up center pivots, which allowed us to do minimum till, strip till, and no till, just because we didn't have to worry about running the water down a furrow and the wastewater going out and eventually into the river. That's where we really got to start tinkering with different methods of applications of fertilizer and different types. We have gone from putting out 1 1/4 pounds of nitrogen to grow a bushel of corn to a little over 8/10 of a pound of nitrogen to produce that same bushel of corn over a 25-year period with different irrigation and different tillage practices. It became what's good for the environment is also good for our bottom line.
In any way that ag can partner with the environment to improve it, they are willing to. So we need to find a way to explain to them how they can be part of the solution and help them incorporate into their operations, not by telling them, but working with them. And so that's kind of what the future looks like. Our work through the Lower Arkansas Valley Water Conservancy District started back in 2016 with the Lower Arkansas Valley Water Quality Working Group. From a financial standpoint, we partner with a slew of different entities from CDPHE, Colorado Water Conservation Board, Colorado Department of Ag, even the EPA, and then we become that buffer between the producer and the direct line of funding. We try to take the overhead off of the producers. One of the things we do is we try to find best management practices that are easy to adopt for other producers. Next door neighbor could see that and say, I would like to do that same kind of work. So our list of participants is just growing exponentially. From a water quality standpoint, I'm seeing the results. From their standpoint, they're seeing more productive, efficient efforts that are helping them stay economically viable so they can get through hardships or they can actually produce a crop that they can come back and irrigate.
It's slowly bringing people along to a conclusion that this is good for the industry instead of regulating them is always a better idea. It's just, how do you do it? Is it better the carrot or the stick? I prefer the carrot.